One day after Jesus died and rose again, Simon Peter said to his friends, "I'm going fishing." "We'll come with you," said Thomas, Nathanael, James, and John. 2 other disciples went too. That night they caught... No, that's not right. Less. That night they caught nothing. As morning came, someone called to the disciples from the shore. "Did you catch anything?" "Nah, nothing," they answered. "Throw your net on the right side," the stranger said. "You'll find some fish there." So they threw their nets in on the right side, and they caught so many fish they couldn't pull the net back in. John said to Simon Peter, "It is the Lord." Simon Peter grabbed his father's coat, and he jumped into the water, for they were not very far from the land. The other disciples came in their little ship, dragging the net of fish behind them. On land they saw a fire of coals with fish and bread cooking. "Bring some of the fish you caught," Jesus said. Simon Peter heaved that net of fish out of the water. He took some to Jesus. Someone counted how many fish they caught. "We caught 153 fish. Didn't even break the net." "Breakfast is ready. Come and eat," Jesus called. Then Jesus took the bread. He gave some to everyone, and he passed out the fish also. This was now the 3rd time that Jesus appeared to his disciples after he rose from the dead. After they finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, do you love me more than they do?" "Oh, yes, Lord," he replied. "You know I love you." "Feed my lambs," Jesus said, and then he asked him again, "Simon, do you love me?" Simon Peter answered, "Oh, yes, Lord, you know I love you." "Feed my sheep," Jesus said, and then he asked a 3rd time, "Simon, do you love me?" Simon Peter was grieved because Jesus asked him 3 times, "Do you love me?" Simon Peter answered, "Lord, you know all things. You know I love you." And Jesus said, "Feed my sheep." Jesus did and said many other things also.
Hi everyone, so for today's craft you will need a piece of driftwood, a little fish stencil that you can copy and trace around. You might need an adult to help you do the cutting when it comes around to doing it. A little bit of sea glass to act as a counterweight. Cool, that's a big word, isn't it? Scissors, some string, of course some glue, and some thick bit of card. And you'll also need, the fun bit, some tinfoil. The first step that we are going to do is trace around our little fishes, the card. And if you pop your fishes onto your card, do a quick trace around. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect, mine are definitely not perfect. But there's 4 little fishes on there. Now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 fish cut out and sit there. Now we're going to need our tinfoil. With the tinfoil, it might be a little bit tricky. We're basically going to be covering our fishes in shiny tinfoil to mimic them. You know when the fish go in the sea? You know when you see fish in the sea and they shimmer, they catch the sunlight and they look stunning? It's basically that. Now you should have your 4 little fishes all completely covered in, what's the stuff called? Tinfoil. So that when the sun shines on it, it's gonna be all pretty and sparkle in the sunshine. That's fun. The next step now is obviously, so we've got this bit of driftwood and I want you to poke little holes into the fish, because then what we're going to do is attach some string around the top of the driftwood, and then we're going to put all the fishes into a line like that. Let's do the next step. Now all your fishes should have 2 holes in. You want to do a double knot so it goes tight. Another one just to be safe. Another double knot, that is. Okay. got our bit of string. Going to thread them all through. You can see that we have all our fish on our little sun catcher. So now we just need to put the counterweight on it. So I'm actually going to grab a little bit of wire for this next stage. I'm going to fold it in half, a little twist, put that there, pull it tight, wrap that around, and then wrap it around there. So we have this little sea glass charm just thrown together, and that will mean that we can now put our string through. Here is the results of today's craft. There we go. Obviously you can decorate this however you like. You can choose your own little bits of sea glass and stuff, and you don't have to wrap it up in tin foil. You can paint your little fishes, but hopefully this, if you put it up in your window or something, it might remind you of today's story. Okay, hope you enjoyed today's craft.